Hello, hello, beautiful people, mi gente bella. Welcome to another edition of Santana Says, where we talk about everything from roadblocks to relationships, everything in between, and the overall journey of life. I am excited as always to bring you another edition of the show. But also, I always get pumped when we have guests, y'all, And I had mentioned to y'all, we've been a little, there's a little bit of extra time that's been in between the series this year because, life been lifing and the holidays are holidaying. So yeah, I've been doing that. But the series that I had mentioned to y'all on the last episode was Unwrapping Lessons, if you will, especially because it's the end of the year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Leading into the beginning of next year.
That? Naked blessings.
Exactly. For real. And so, it's been a year. It's been a year. I feel like there's a lot that has happened.
Yes.
And I think it's so dope because speaking of it, this year I got to I feel like, I don't know, it's just been a lot of up and down, all different experiences, but I've also been reacquainted with a lot of different people. And it's crazy because high school, this is the high school baddie.
We coming back together, you
exactly. It's so fun to say that. So I love. So yes, I am super excited that you are here. You know what I'm saying? That we are back in this thing.
Listen,
but
we ain't never left.
We ain't never left. Exactly. Right back on it. So I just would love for the beautiful people though to know more about you, the wonderful person that I know and love. But yes, could you tell them who you are? A little bit about you.
Okay, a little bit about me. I am Sarah Taylor. I am a human being just trying to get through this human experience with as much grace and funness as I can.
Yes.
I am a artist as far as I do voiceover, I act, I model. There's not a lot, if you pay me, that I won't do. Just putting that out there. Really returning to that space, so I definitely have to acknowledge myself as an artist and a growing individual and an ever-evolving human being. And I have the pleasure of knowing you since we were about 16 years old. And I just want to tell all of the Santana Says listeners out there, you get Melissa all the experiences that she's had up until now. And I got Melissa brand spanking new 16. And one thing I have to always say, and I was thinking about that this morning as I was getting dressed because I was super excited to be on this podcast, it's just that you've always had this sense of yourself. At 16, I think it's very hard to define yourself, and it's very hard to say who you are, and in a world where you just kind of want to fit in because you're in high school and we just want to get out of it. But you've just always been someone who has been such a light, such an energy. And as someone who had to come into that, I'm very thankful that I met you because I got to see that in real time. You can be smart and fun? Hold on. Muy inteligente tú? Wait. Okay? So I just have to really give you your flowers. That I am honored to be sitting here with you. And that life didn't take you out. If nothing else, baby, you put that pivot on that thing. You put that harness on that thing, baby, and you got on that thing and you said, we gonna ride. I'm so excited to just be here with you and that you've created this space.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so first of all this, you know what I'm saying? Now you got me crying. Stop on the show. But I appreciate that so very much. But yeah, I was literally I'm gonna have to take a pause and a breath. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that's something I've been trying to learn is just really receiving those things. Because normally people do that. I'm ooh, I don't know what to do with myself. You know what I mean? We get uncomfortable because we don't know how to receive that. And I'm telling you, I receive that with all, you know what I'm saying? With all sincerity, love, and all of that. But I think it's incredible that you're saying that because with everything, like we said, because we do as babies, literally babies in the game.
Yeah.
But it's also incredible that you say that to me because I feel like you have always had this unique, you know what I'm saying, but also unmatched, presence to you. You know what I mean? It was always significant, but I agree with you that did we need to craft it and learn about it, you know what I'm saying, to sharpen it, and to figure out how we were really gonna show up in the world, sure. You know what I'm saying? Because what the hell did we know in high school?
Baby.
We thought we did, you know what I'm saying? Maybe knew a little something. No, we did.
And we know,
we
baby, the more that I'm alive, the more I understand I don't know nothing at all.
No.
And it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
I enjoy continuously learning. I didn't know then at 16 because I was I just want to get out of high school and I don't want to be a statistic.
I don't.
But now I realize I love learning. I love the consumption of knowledge and I love people who are passionate about things.
Yep.
So the fact that you started a podcast, I'm okay, because one of the things that I tell people all the time about you when they tell me, I speak fast. I'm well, baby, you don't know Melissa. Because me and Melissa used to be having these conversations and do.
Exactly.
And they don't get it. I said, baby, I'm not talking fast. Maybe you just listening slow. Now catch that.
Exactly.
And that you've turned this into this wonderful platform where you can talk about the things things that really matter to you. Like, I know you as a mom. I know you as so many things. So this, a podcast host, in this arena, it's just so beautiful to watch you evolve.
I appreciate
because
that.
I think that as women, sometimes we get pigeonholed or, as you get older, maybe the things that you thought you wanted when you were in your youth are not the things that you want now.
Oh, man.
And to put a spin on, your social work and everything that you do, listen, I'll be proud. Listen, I'll be proud to talk about my people.
Yes. Well, and then and thank you. And that is what I'm saying as well, y'all. Like, we got to make sure that we also have circles, you know what I'm saying, that revitalize us.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying, that really see us and enhance us,
Yes.
I feel like.
Yeah.
And the thing is, too, that is what I cannot get enough of with you, girl. You already do, like, I think you do incredible work as well. So that's what I'm saying. Like, mutual fan up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. But you celebrate everybody. You can anything. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, before we even sat down, y'all, okay, she had to take like a little minute to appreciate the space that we are in. Like, there's artists all around us. That's what's beautiful about the space. Like, it just really is a space that, like, you ain't gonna not walk out of here with good energy. You know what I'm saying? You just cannot, because you're literally surrounded by all this artistry and talent, and strengths. But like, you had to take that in first. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
Baby, I'm like a newborn. Wow.
Checking it
and all this art by Lacey Talley. Shout out to Lacey.
Yes.
It's just,
oh no, she the truth.
this is the way that I hope in the future I can start my day, with beautiful conversations, with eclectic, amazing spaces, because in this arena, I shine.
Yep.
This is what I like. Pleasure. I like conversation.
Let's go.
I like good vibes, baby.
Yes.
So I try and also celebrate other people, because I'm a personal believer that when your friends, like, anytime my friends win, that's a win for me.
Let's go.
Baby, you in my circle, baby. Your wins, my generals' wins are my wins. My knights' wins are my wins. The jesters' wins are my wins. Anybody in my court, okay?
exactly.
King Arthur's court are wins. And I love celebrating that, because I don't think people are celebrated enough. We don't celebrate ourselves enough. So I'm the type of person, listen, if I see a problem, I'm going to feel the space.
Right.
And I genuinely enjoy doing it. Like, that my girl. Hey, being a cheerleader for someone is, to me, an honorable space to be in, because sometimes your parents may not see you, your family may not see you, your spouse may not see you. Right. But I hold a position of honor with the people that I love, that I am honored that I am allowed to watch their journey. I am honored that I am allowed to watch you grow from a 16-year-old to a young woman, to a young woman in college, to a mother, to a podcast, to all those things. Right. Because there's somebody who didn't get a chance to watch you become that. And so, baby, when I tell you, I be geeked, okay? Okay,
Exactly.
love it.
I do know, and yes. And it's that fits in so perfectly too, because I was just at this, like, we were doing prayer boards, you know what I'm saying? So it was like the spin on a vision board, you know what I'm saying? But it was
Let's
like,
speak on this. Okay.
Yes. And it was awesome. My friend Pierre, who was also on the show, first introduced me to the idea. But we went to Princess Seraphina's. Yes.
I don't even know.
Host.
Talk to me. Okay.
Oh yeah. She's a host of like Growth Purposes Only podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So eventually, hopefully, we're gonna do a collab. Princess.
Shout out, Princess.
You know what I'm saying? But like, she hosted hers, so she happened to have one, so we went. And I love too that when she was mentioning like different words that she put on there, she said light, and I remember thinking like, see, and even that, I actually do, I love that you use the word light, because I do try to do that. I was like, you know what, how can we intentionally like provide more light, provide more healing? It's already enough darkness. We don't need that. And when I heard her say that she's also a source of light, I loved it. And I was thinking like, how many times though do we not do that though, right? We're like, oh, like only one person can do that, or only one source. Why not? When we are driving, you know what I'm saying, at nighttime, I appreciate all the lights. You know what I'm saying? Not one. You know what I'm saying? I need it to be illuminated. Baby, like, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, be lost out here. At all. I need all of that. And so like, we act like we can't all provide, in different ways. We can all be sources in different avenues, and we can like appeal to our strengths and see how we can, show up, but all help out in the end.
All
you know
of
what I'm
it.
saying?
We
and
need
build
it all. All of it. We need it all. Ayúdame, okay?
Right, exactly.
We need it all the help we can get.
And you, like, what I also love is that, so you mentioned some real creative positions, you know what I'm saying, and things. And this was also a dream fulfilled, to know that you were doing these things, because that's, when y'all see her, you know what I mean? Like, do you not think, like, let's put this woman on the screen? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make sure that she shines, because, like, you are exactly someone that deserves to be appreciated by many. And so, like, how did you finally break into that? You know what I'm saying? You said it sounded like it was a journey. So, yes, I'm curious.
That is a beautiful question, because it really makes me sit down and reevaluate how I've come back to this. Yeah. Because I've always loved theater. I've always loved being able to act out.
Yeah.
And I think that as I got older, probably around 16
Yep.
and up, I gave myself permission to be as big as I am. You know, I've always had people tell me, oh, you're so much, or you're a lot, or oh, girl. No. And I realized I was making that my issue for a long time because I was trying to fill that space of, so what am I? You know, oh, you're just too much of what? You know, because maybe, baby, you're just not enough. and that's not even a diss.
Exactly.
It's not a diss. I stopped caring on trying to quantify myself and just realized that, like, God gave you this big personality, move into it.
Come on.
But I had kind of gotten away from that. Like in college, I was like, I need to get a real job. I originally went to college for theater. Then listened to a lot of different people, thought I couldn't make money in the space.
Right.
Did a little college theater, did a little modeling, but nothing, you know, major.
Yep.
Fast forward, I take different jobs to keep food on the table and, you know, be a real adult.
Right.
COVID hits. I am working at a organization because, you know, I try and be all of those things have been helpful to me, but I'm working somewhere where long hours, and I'm literally like dying. Like every Monday I'm having panic attacks when we go do our little corporate huddle. And I'm just like, this is not the place for me.
Right.
And in that time during COVID, God really allowed me to see, like, you gonna get busy living or you gonna get busy dying, because we didn't really know what was going on.
Right.
And I kind of got back into, this is what really makes me happy. Like being with people, being on screen, doing creative things makes me happy. And in that time, I was blessed enough to as you said, when we were running back into people, to run into some other high school friends who had formed a collective. So shout out to R Square Studios here in Cleveland, Ohio.
That's good.
And just really linked up with that team and started doing things. I started doing burlesque shows under my moniker Coco Poussoir. I started hosting burlesque shows in Dayton, Ohio. And to the many people that allowed me to assist in bringing their vision to life, like they just took a chance on me. Like the burlesque community was just like, hey, you know, we love you. Can you do different things? So shout out to Temple of the Rebel Goddess. Wonderful, 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 wonderful different organizations that allowed me to be me.
Yes,
you know, in a space and be big and play out.
Right.
And just now I'm just doing that where I can. So, you know, as I get the opportunities to do voiceovers, to do radio, to just make art.
Yes.
I love it. So that's what I'm coming back into a space of, is honing the craft, meeting more creatives, getting on more platforms, baby. So it's I don't know if y'all can put like Afro beats right in there.
Right, exactly. We're gonna work on that. You know, yeah. Watts, where you at?
Watts, you got it, boy.
Right, exactly. Yes, but I love that. And that's right, I did. Now it's all coming together.
Yes.
So I am glad that you're helping us know, you know what I mean, how it came here. Because that's true, I did see some of the shows. And I remember thinking like, that. I loved it though. I loved it. Because like you said, sometimes we try to then contain because obviously people just didn't understand.
Yeah. And I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And so it's hard I didn't understand, and I wasn't okay with how big my personality was.
Yeah.
And this year, I had someone tell me, I want to see you for the first time in my life. I mean, really tell me where I think I got it. I want to see you play full out. Like, that scared me because I had never really thought. I said, hold on now.
Exactly.
Okay, no buffer, no parameters. You want to see me like as big as possible?
Right.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
And that just opened up a new world for me that is possible. Yeah. So in 2025, we're trying to play full out. You know, we're trying to dunk from half court. Yeah. I actually don't watch basketball, so if that wasn't a right
reference,
please,
right.
Not too much on your girl, okay? Exactly. I am a Browns fan. I don't know nothing about nothing, okay?
But the Cavs are up.
Okay.
The Cavs are up, though.
Hey, it's up. Anything
impressive,
2-1-6, I'm here for this, okay?
Yeah, exactly. So,
go Cavs.
The victory frog is out. Like, he's celebrating. I've been sharing it on my story all the time. I ain't gonna lie. It's on there today. It's on there today.
That's up. That's up.
But I agree, though. You know what I mean? And so I love that. And, like, pushing the boundaries.
Got
to. Yes.
We've played small for too long, or I know myself in those spaces.
Right.
Let's go scare ourselves. Let's go.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's how scary. Okay.
Right. Exactly. That is true, but too many times we are too afraid not to, you know what I'm saying, to do that. And like we do, and then we're really robbing ourselves, come on now, from what really could happen.
Yeah.
So I love that. And the person that told you that, like, was this like a mentor?
No, this is another creative that I collaborate with, who has really watched my journey for years. And I'm very blessed to have someone see you for years.
Exactly.
And to be able to point things out to you that maybe you have either pointed out to yourself and you're afraid to say out loud, or to just have that third party honesty.
Yes.
And I cried like a baby when this person said that, just because I feel like I had been waiting my whole life to hear it and didn't know it.
Yep.
I was like, oh, you want to see me play full out? Like, but you want me to go, wow, Donnie Thornton. Okay, like, it gave me this oomph and this push. And so just speaking back to the type of people you have around you, I think it is, again, super key, because those people, those key people are going to push you. They're going to see something in you that maybe you have not seen or you're afraid to see, and they're going to keep pushing for that. So I'm very, very thankful to the creatives and the people in my life that see me as an even bigger creative than I am currently. So shout out to my entire team.
Exactly. No, amen. And that's exactly why I asked. I like literally, you hit it exactly where I wanted to touch on, because that's what I was curious about, is that sometimes as we start to, you know what I mean, like really like leaning to the, and see, all you were doing was listening to you, like who you really are. You know what I mean? You finally started living in that. And then what's beautiful is the universe, you know what I'm saying, responded. Like now started sending you all these great people, you know what I'm saying?
Like attracts like, baby.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. And so like you really did have a person, and I agree, like sometimes we get blessed with that opportunity, like you said, to be surrounded by these folks that really they can see us, but they know how to push us to the next
need
level.
That too.
You know,
you need that
you
too.
do need that.
Don't just have yes people around you that can see you. You need people that can see you 3 stages away. Not the person you are today, but the person who can see you bigger than maybe you've even dreamed that you could be.
Exactly.
And keep that person in your circle.
You do need that. I agree with you. And that's what I'm saying. I love that so much, because it is that rising to the challenge.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And we already are hard on ourselves, yes, and we have all those things, but how many times do we like to avoid, you know what I'm saying? Like the difficult parts, you know what I'm saying? We just don't want to always have to live in that and sit with it, you know, and feel the uncomfortable, the discomfort. But come on now, like that's what we really mean by growth. You know, it only happens with that part. And yes, I also love, like you said, fear. You said the positive side of fear. And the last time I remember I was talking to the show, I said that. I was like, right now we're fearful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are afraid because of like different elected officials. Also because of other things going on. You know what I mean? Just period. I mean, it's always scary. You know what I'm saying? Because we never know what is going to happen, how our life is going to go. But we can use fear in a good way.
I've been trying to learn that, my dear. I've been trying to understand that fear is just a feeling, you know, and you know, to quote Dune, because I am a sci-fi baby, you know, you have to feel the fear and let it pass. If you acknowledge it, and not saying this works all the time. Don't get me wrong. Listen, quaking, okay? Courage the cowardly don't. Okay?
Exactly.
But I find it's a lot easier to move in packs of fear. So get with somebody else that's afraid. And y'all be scared.
We're afraid together.
What's behind that door? I don't know. I don't know. You're going to take a step, then I'm going to take a step. Twins, okay?
Exactly.
It's so much easier to me to do it in a group. I'm not trying to do it by myself, baby. I'm not trying to do it solo dolo. I think that you can feed other people's energy and keep them from being paralyzed by fear. I think that's just the goal. It's just not be paralyzed by it. Because I don't like fear. I don't like the idea of, and I learned this year, I don't like the idea of responsibility. So things have to appear fun to me. And so sometimes when people explain things to me, if you explain it in a way where I see the benefit and the positive, instead of this is another responsibility I've got to take on when I'm already overwhelmed by the entire world, I'm better able to step into that. And so really understanding this year that I can use fear and not let it use me has been key. You know, I want to shout out to the owner of I Am Well Holistics, Miss Tiana. She had asked me one year, we were working together, and she had said something, you know, you use fear a lot. And it made me realize in the way I speak that I was projecting, that I was saying that I was, you know, as another beautiful woman who was accomplishing something, she said, hey, you know what? You say that a lot. And I didn't like that. And so, you know, shout out to the people that hold you accountable, that are going through their own growth and also go, empowering the tongue, girl. Clean that up, friend.
Right. No, for real. And then, and like you said, the people that get cross your path to do that. Because, again, shout out to my friend Pierre, right? She had a spiritual, like, you know, she's like a spiritual guru, you know, direct everything. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, and yes, she did the same thing to me. And I remember she was like, so what is it? You just basically terrified to try anything?
And you'd be like,
Right, you talking to me, right? Yeah, I mean, you saw me, but like you ain't have to see me that way.
Yeah,
like,
wow.
and I don't like that you said it out loud. Like I was just gonna hold that myself. I feel like, but if you said it, then that means it is showing.
And I have
My
to
fear is
now. I
showing.
have to take accountability for
I
it.
do.
I have to now. You've reflected me to me.
Oh, what? Exactly.
Whoa. when you're isn't it wonderful when it happens from other women, like powerful women that you already admire and that are already in your circles? Then you like, baby, I gotta tighten up. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me tighten up. This ain't just anybody saying it to you.
Right.
This is someone that you respect, admire, that you move in their circles, they move in yours. This ain't just somebody off the street, because we don't care about the peanut gallery.
No.
But we do care about those treasured individuals that have added to our journey. Like, I want to, like, oh, dang, girl, I'm not meeting that. My bad, sis. Let me.
Exactly.
Tighten up.
Yeah, for real. So shout out to Miss Linda, because that was the one that told me.
Shout out.
And so yes. And she don't even live here. This woman is in Florida, just noticing stuff from So God gives gifts.
Yeah,
literally.
somebody's always watching. And
they are though.
Whether you know or not, people are always watching.
They are. And I do love that, like, and sometimes we do need that awakening, like you said, because I agree with you. There is power in the tongue. Yeah. There is power in like how we, how we shape our realities. Yeah. But it's also like it really like completely shifted the way I was living my life. I agree with you. I did not realize that I was living things in that way. And I was like, wait, am I really basing decisions off of this fear? Am I really like who I'm choosing to interact with? You know what I mean? And how like I just didn't. I had no idea how much you could like really like unveil.
Discernment is a beautiful thing. And this year I've had a lot of discernment. Yeah. It does not mean that I necessarily acted on everything, but I was aware of why I was doing the things that I was doing, much more so than maybe in past years. Right. I'm like, oh, that's why I do. Oh, right. I was having revelation.
Exactly.
Like revelations all the time.
Right.
And to come to know me even better was just like, this is tea. Is this what being a grown-up is? Like really understanding why you do the things you do and taking accountability.
No, amen. Amen. Because it's needed. Yeah, it is though.
And it's hard. Listen, if you've not been raised to take accountability, to really learn that and own it. Yeah. So
And that's actually what I was going to say too. Well, two things. One is I just love, so speaking of energy, I also love, like we said, so like surrounding yourself with that. Yes. Because y'all, if y'all ain't smiling yet, I don't know. You don't know. You have no pulse? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like that's also what I love. Every time I'm around you, boo-boo, I mean, I'm smiling. You know what I mean? I feel good.
That's what I want. That's what I want. I literally live a life where I want you to feel like after a conversation with me, you leave that conversation happier, better, because this human experience is difficult. Let it not be said. And neither one of us, nobody got a manual. And that's what I'm coming to understand. You didn't get to earth and you were like, here's a manual on how to be a good daughter, mother, spouse, worker, blah, blah, blah.
It would be nice.
We're all just figuring it out. And the fact that you say that makes my heart blossom, because that is my goal, is to leave this space better than I found it. Yep. So with everyone, and I always tell folks, if I put on draws today, if I got up and had to be an adult, my good time is mandatory. Amen. You remember you used to go to mandatory meetings? Yeah. My good time is mandatory. If I got to come out here and be a real adult, which I really despise, because adulthood is the worst hood I have ever lived in. And I will take that to my grave, okay? Yeah. It's not what they advertised when I was a kid. It's not what I thought it was.
You're right, though.
But in this adulthood, I don't want to make it harder for people, Yeah. And so, like I said, my good time is mandatory, and I want other people, when they come around me, to have a great time. Like, that only increases my good time. But for other folks, it's optional. Right. I'm very clear, honey. You can get with it or you can get lost. Right.
Yep.
You got to make a choice to stay around the things that feed you. And I try and be one of those things because, baby, we're going to, like, why not? We already got to be living a life.
Right. Exactly. And I did see this, like, beautiful message this morning. I was like, I really hope the only thing that overwhelms you this holiday season is joy. We need that. I need to add that to my story. Right, steal that. You know what I'm saying? When we see some jet, I really did, and it's true. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? But we need to live it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we're sharing it, because it's true. We should do that, and I love that perspective on finding like the fun in those responsibilities, because like we already got deadlines. You know what I'm saying?
We already got to do a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
know?
But where's the fun?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
like
saying?
if
Where-
I gotta do
how
it,
am I- yes.
I'm gonna do it with a little pizzazz, a little
Yeah,
panache.
it's true. I'll rise to the occasion
Yeah.
more. And it's such a good sell, y'all. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Now, somebody come to me, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, and need some. But if they let me know how, you know, what I'm going to get out of it, but also how am I going to positively
Yeah.
impact another person, I'm going to jump on
Yeah.
that. You are right.
Yeah.
And I do think this was another year for that. And I want to get into that part. But the second part I have for you was, so speaking of being raised,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And speaking of like not always having that manual,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
So like, I agree that you do make me smile. You bring this great energy and all that. And it's something that you know, been able to like
I
grow
enjoy.
into and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also like,
And it feeds me. This is not
Correct.
like, let me not, I don't do it for other people.
right. It really,
This
yeah.
does something for me. Let me be
Yes.
selfishly. I
Yeah.
enjoy it. I
Correct.
enjoy other people's happiness
Yep.
because I'm a sensualist. I enjoy pleasure.
Yeah.
So I enjoy other people. This is pleasurable to me. And the more you enjoy it, the more I'm going to enjoy it.
But it's part of it, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
true.
And I do love that, like, because even Planned Parenthood, shout out to like Alana that was on here. She does these great workshops on that. And then Adrienne Marie Brown, who
Okay.
like always talks about the importance of pleasure. We act like that's not part of like the political movements as well. We can't just be dismissing that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and acting like that's not part of it. No, we are human beings. And yes, a sensation that we feel is pleasure. We were set up that way. We have body parts that when stimulated feel pleasure. Like that is on purpose. That is on purpose. And it is a part of it. So it's like, no, we're not supposed to ignore that, you know what I'm saying? And make it seem like, yeah, everything's all dreary. And
Yeah.
no, and not dark. So I agree. And that's what the podcast does for me too. I agree with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I agree. Like every time I do it, I feel invigorated.
Yeah.
Like exactly. So that's why I'm like, I love that you have said that it's something that like comes across that way as well. But it does it for me too. That's why
Baby, it
that's
does
half
it.
the reason why I did it.
Baby, God,
Right.
always.
Yeah.
Always,
So
baby.
it's like, yeah, we got to be doing
Yeah.
more things like that. And I was just curious, like, was that always something that was celebrated, or like, how was, you know, the beginnings before I met you in high school? You know what I mean?
I will say, no one's childhood is perfect.
Nope.
But I had a phenomenal childhood.
Yay. Okay.
Like,
Let's go. I'd love to hear that.
On everything. I was
Yeah.
raised with my god sisters. Just a lot of love. And a
Yeah.
lot of, we did a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, so I remember there 4 pairs of rollerblades, bikes, you know, getting on the bus in sub-zero temperatures in
Yep.
downtown Cleveland, riding that
Yeah, 'cause-
RTA with a
Child.
full body snowsuit, trying to
Ooh.
get where you trying to go. You know, afternoons at Blockbuster.
Right.
You know, weekend, you about to go to Blockbuster and pick up
Yes, I
some
remember
movies.
Blockbuster. That's
you know,
right.
and when you got to pick an
Nostalgia.
actual movie, like,
Yeah.
okay.
It took time.
Oh,
You think picking up something on
Ritual.
Netflix takes time? No, no, no.
Ritual.
This was took time.
Listen,
Yeah, no,
you
it's
know, hometown buffet. So I had a wonderful childhood.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, was that something that was instilled in? I would say yes. Like, we had a lot of fun. My mother was a fun person.
Yeah.
All of her partners were fun people. And I really get this personality from my mother. Like,
go,
she
mama.
is, if you, okay, listen, I am the best parts of her and probably also the worst, but hopefully you don't see that part.
Right.
So fun was always prioritized in my household, you know, growing up. Like, you had to have fun. You have to make things fun. You know, nothing's perfect.
No.
But can it be fun?
Yeah.
You know, can it be fun?
Can we enjoy it?
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
so we would just take little moments. And I remember just little things like my mother, us lapping up in the car. So
Right.
lapping up, of course, if y'all had a big enough vehicle, you didn't have to lap up. But for us, we were driving in some small vehicles. So you would sit on, you know, your cousins or your
Right.
sisters, you know, y'all would lap up. And my mom would make little like jokes and little car songs. And one of the ones I definitely remember is we were lapping, we were going somewhere, and my god sister Mickey was sitting on my lap and she farted on my lap.
Oh, no.
And you know, first
Mickey.
hilarious. And I got so mad, like, how you gonna fart on me? And I remember my mom saying, you know, what's a little fart among friends? And then she made a little song about it. And to this day, I tell folks, you know, when it happens, like, what's a little fart among friends?
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta make it fun.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
so I think that that's something that I've always had, that fun and infusing fun into everyday life or into other people is it's a
Yeah.
yes, man.
Yes,
a
exactly.
yes.
And what I love about that is that not only that, so it was something that was like enjoyed, you know
Yes.
what I'm saying? It was clearly honored and celebrated in your family.
Yes.
But then it's like, too, so that's what's beautiful is that was always a part of you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that's not something that needs to be implanted. No, like we already had that.
Yeah.
And so I love that in the flip side of that, the worst part was just trying to figure out where to put it. You know what I'm saying? So like you already
Yeah.
had it, but like where can I best put this
Yeah.
in a way too? And like, you know, and that can also still provide benefit even
Yeah.
financially as well. You know what I mean? And so like, I can't believe those people were giving you that bad advice that you wasn't gonna turn around and be something good, but
Listen,
figured it
you
out.
know, people can only speak from what they know.
Yep.
They can only see as far as they've seen.
That's true.
And they're only going to counsel you in as far as they can counsel you.
Yep.
And I think that points to something that I think is so key for every young person, especially in their 30s.
Right.
Mentorship, 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 mentorship.
Amen.
You may not have been raised with it. You may not have been given it growing up. Oh, well. It is now time to go seek out those individuals whose beliefs align with yours, who have the type of lifestyles that you'd like to live, etc. So I have sought out in my life, and even when I was young, I've only sought the counsel of people I wanted to be like.
Come on.
You know, the things that I wanted to get better at, I found people that are already elite in that space.
Yep.
And I just kind of duck shuffle along with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm just a little baby duckling, just trying to learn what I can learn. I don't like to reinvent the wheel, and I don't like to work hard. Honey, I'm here to work, but I'm not here to work hard. Shout out to my friend Devin, who told me that. I'm here to do this as easily as possible. And I find that through mentorship, through imitating and understanding and connecting with these individuals who have passions that are different from my own, I can really learn and become a student and become better at whatever it is that I'm trying to become better at. I don't personally take the opinions of the peanut gallery. I take opinions of people who have the type of lifestyle I want, who are doing the things that I want. Outside of that, baby, you're a non-factor. So I streamline the type of influences I have in my life. So I'm very big about my financial mentors. Shout out to the Phoebe Foundation. Shout out to Jeff Lathrop. I'm very big about my branding mentors and my creatives. You know, shout out to Sharita Carthon, and shout out, you know, to the Power Brand. Like, I am very about the things that I'm about, and the things that I'm not about, I'm not about them. I'm not for everybody, and I'm not for everything.
No.
Okay?
Exactly.
I'm very.
You don't have to say yes.
I'm getting curated, honey. The older I'm getting curated, okay?
Exactly. That is so true. And there is powers in those no's, like knowing what to say no to, what to not include. You're not part of it. But you got to be clear on your vision, you know what I'm saying, and what you want, you know what I mean, and what you are seeking in order to do that. Because that's when we open it up, is when we don't know, when we're not clear on that. And then people will sell us a dream, honey. Honey.
And I'm already an impulse shopper, honey. I be ready to buy stuff quick. Okay? My TikTok cart is ridiculous, okay? So I have to really anchor myself in who I am, because I am one of those people that will, if without steady foundation, I'm just blowing in the wind. And anything anybody tell me, I am just...
Sounds good.
Let's eat it on up. So I make sure that I have some, you know, those proper bounds in place.
Oh no,
you know, through the people that I am blessed to come in contact with and call my team.
Right. No, and I love that. And you did shout out some amazing organizations, and that's where I wanted to go to as well. So, like, same for me. I feel like this has been a year where I've been able to learn, you know, get in touch with so many new people. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I was like, dang, y'all been doing some amazing things. And I'm like, it's just so dope that I get to now learn about it. Like, hello, how can I help you? Let's grow this more. You know what I mean? And all that. And that is another thing that you did, Miss Ma'am. You know what I'm saying? So, like, hello. Like, and I do love that in the process, I'm trying to learn, like we said, what are the good opportunities or not? One, how not to get overwhelmed, make sure that it's something that is actually going to help. But if this is a great opportunity, why not? But you like invited me into the fold.
Listen, you were never gone from the fold, Melissa. Like you just changed you just pivoted. And once you said, hey, I want to be in a creative space, and then we got brought back around because we've been moving in the same circles. Like, oh, you know this person, you know this person.
Exactly.
And so I know that that's when I'm aligned with what I'm supposed to be doing. Is because everything starts to align. I start to get reintroduced. And not just you this year, you know, shout out to Tim, who we both went to high school with.
Oh, yeah, come on.
Comedian Timbuktu.
Exactly.
You know, circling back around with him. Like, I always know that I'm where I'm supposed to be because divine things start to happen. I'd be like, hold on, big dog. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. You know, you start to get reconnected with people. You start to be introduced to new people that can further your vision. You start to get opportunities that honestly, in your mind, you are not qualified for. I have done things this year where I'm like, I'm not qualified for this. I ain't got no certificates, certifications, none of that. But here I am. I'm honored. I am honored. So somebody must have qualified me somewhere in some timeline. I'm qualified somewhere.
Exactly.
Because I would not get the opportunity if I was not supposed to be here. If we were not supposed to be having this conversation, Melissa, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Pretty much.
So
Pretty
I'm honored.
much.
I'm very, very thankful.
Yes,
Real thankful.
and I
Real
do-
humble. Heavy on the humble, baby.
Yeah, well,
Heavy on the
amen.
humble.
We got to
Listen,
be
heavy on the humble.
in the midst of all of it, like for real. And what was awesome was that. So that new opportunity that you
Yes.
let me know about
Yes.
was we are now on the advisory council. Doesn't just sound fancy? I like it. Advisory council
Yes. Oh,
of the Phoebe freaking foundation. Like it is an amazing, wonderful foundation. And like shout out to director.
Yeah.
One of the flyers drip.
Baby,
You know what I'm talking
Director Sharon Murphy, baby. Put it on like nobody else.
about? I
Listen.
mean, literally.
Listen.
We're literally volunteering, y'all. Okay. And I'm still like, can I get that outfit? Can I get that outfit? Like,
you know, you can be philanthropic and
Yeah.
also pop your
I mean,
sugar honey iced
as
tea.
she does.
And I like that. Again, I like to stay around strong women
Yes.
who own their versions of themselves.
Come
So,
on.
you know, I include you in that as well. I like women who represent themselves a certain way.
Yes.
And baby, I ain't worried about what you think about it, your mama think about it, because I want to grow into that type of person. So I
Exactly.
stay around powerful, distinct,
Yeah.
usually women of color. Let me be very, very clear.
Yeah.
Who have done things and also who have given back,
Oh, yeah.
who have had backstory, who have had challenges, you know, and situations and circumstances, and that feel called
Yep.
to give back or to
Right.
provide mentorship,
Right.
because I think that that is one of the greatest things that you can do. So I am very honored to be going through this journey of our first, well, at least my first advisory board
Oh, for
position.
sure. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
And when I knew that, I was like, oh, yes,
Yeah.
girl. You know, so it feels right. I'm in the right space with the type of people.
Yes,
So
at the
let's
right
do it. Let's
time.
let's figure
Yeah.
something out. Let's do some things.
Yeah, so it is so amazing. So we're definitely like, we literally just did it. So
Yes.
we're literally like a wonderful thing that we just decided that's going to take us into the new year.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It is this great new opportunity. And you also started out another powerhouse, like you said, Sharita, Miss
Yes.
Sharita. She
Miss
was like giving me,
Carthon.
yes. And she was just giving me like Oprah vibe. I don't know. It was just like wonderful, like just.
She the big boss of branding, baby.
Yeah, she
and
is.
that's you know, she
Yeah,
has
she
very big boss energy. And I had the pleasure of meeting her at a radio station randomly for my day job, because you know I do have my job that pay my bills.
Yeah. We do that.
And the energy was immediately everything. And we
Right.
exchanged numbers and we went out that weekend. And the rest was, I didn't know what this young woman did.
Right.
I didn't know anything. I just know I match energy and I like vibe.
Yes.
Listen, and I can tell from a first meeting with someone whether or
Right.
not this is something that we can take into something, or maybe it was just a wonderful one-time
Yeah.
exclusive.
And that's fine. Exactly.
Yeah. And
Either one.
Either one works out.
Yes,
But I'm very, very
exactly.
thankful for all of the wonderful people I've met this year, especially the
on.
powerful women that I have met this year. It's really been.
Yeah, exactly. And then I just feel like there's a plethora. You
Yes,
know what I'm
a
saying?
plethora.
So if you acting like there ain't somebody out here for you to connect with, do something with, you lying.
Get on
You
your
lying.
social media, go
need
to
to.
events,
Right.
network. I feel like
Right.
that is, I know we say it all the time, but as someone who has gotten to most of the positions that I've had,
Right.
because people just tend to enjoy me,
Yeah.
network,
Yeah.
I cannot
Right.
really even tell you the power of owning who you are
Right.
and bringing that into every space.
Right.
And being genuinely interested in other people.
Yes,
like,
yes.
I love to network because I love to know, oh, what you got going on, girl? Oh, my
Right.
gosh.
Yeah, let me find out about that.
Okay, put me on, friend.
Right.
You know, and how can those ideas, maybe we can have a meeting of the minds. Maybe there's somewhere
go.
where there's some
Synergy.
intersection. And if
Exactly.
not, maybe I can just cheer you on.
Yeah.
Listen, because
Yeah,
it
that's
ain't got to,
fine.
we ain't got to collaborate.
No, exactly.
I can,
Right.
From right over here.
And maybe somebody else, you know,
Yes.
right? We meet somebody else that's like, oh,
Yes.
you know what? I actually know somebody. You know what I'm saying? And y'all need to do y'all thing.
baby, and we're going to put them together.
Yeah, because then that works for you, for sure.
That's how we build community.
You know, amen. Yeah, for sure that. And I do love what you said about the networking, because I think what I'm also learning is that I grew up thinking though that networking was you go to a networking mixer. You know what I mean? So like, yeah,
No, baby.
whatever's got networking in the name, that's where I go. And it's like, no, you literally network all the time.
You network every day.
Everywhere you go.
There is a lovely gentleman who owns this studio. Shout out to Mr. A.D. Jackson. He's very handsome. He's off camera. But he's currently about to get into his biz and cut hair. When I came into this studio, I immediately spoke. I did not know this was the owner of the studio. Because one thing about me, baby, is I like to introduce myself in a space. Like my
Yeah.
mother, like you don't come in nobody's house and not speak.
Right.
So to me, that's network. As soon as you go in, it doesn't mean that I'm interacting with this gentleman or that we have any, but I wouldn't have known that
Right.
he's a barber because first of all, I got a short cut under this, baby. So I was trying to get my hair cut. One thing about me, I'm gonna try and kill two birds with one stone.
Why not?
But networking begins as soon as you walk into a space. To me, networking is simply knowing who you are and making sure other people in the space know who you are.
Amen.
Hey, and maybe it's just your vibe.
Right.
He don't even need to know my name, but he know my energy.
Yeah.
And that's one thing about that. Listen, you don't have to wait to network. I network at family gatherings. Oh, hi.
Right.
Yes, I know you haven't seen me since I was 14. Hi. Have you seen... The material's good, baby.
Yeah.
You know, you can network anywhere. In a
You're
doctor's office. You know, you got all that time to kill because you're not going right back there immediately. You know it's several people. Hey, how you doing? What is that? Oh, you're reading a baby magazine? Oh, are you pregnant? Oh, I wouldn't in this economy. Maybe not that. You know, but humor goes, you know, just being you. I've learned that I'm just me in a space, honey. If I see you like Melissa, if I didn't know you, oh my God, I love that necklace. Like, you know, when you you got conversation starters everywhere. And I just like I like being over there with people. I like the necklace so much. Oh, girl, that is a statement piece. Like, you know, and then you're going to tell me where you got it. Usually it will involve some type of conversation. Yeah. But you don't have to network just when you go to places. Baby, I'm always me.
You're right.
But also because I am my brand.
Right.
You know, and I'm really coming to understand that. Like, I am my brand, baby. In the grocery store in aisle 7. Okay? At the daycare center where I'm hopefully not dropping off anyone's kids because I don't have any. You know?
Right.
I'm always me. And to me, I think we need to change the definition of networking. Networking is show up wherever you are as you.
Yep.
And let them know that you were there in some way, shape, or form. It may not be, oh, I'm Melissa Santana and I have a podcast and I do all these things. Maybe it's just I remember your beautiful laugh. You have the best laugh.
Thanks.
Okay?
Thank you,
that laugh right there.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
That's memorable. Okay, brand that, baby. Don't nobody laugh like you. Don't nobody laugh like you.
Nah, said my baby. My daughter got
your
it.
little bitty baby. She got it.
Yeah. Oh, she definitely got that. But we get to enjoy it together. We do it. And I did. A lot of times I try to like hold it because I was like, I thought it was weird. I know, but it's mine. It's mine.
And that's your calling card.
Yeah.
I remember your laugh if I don't remember nothing else
That is
about
funny. I love
I can
that.
pick your laugh out in a lineup. Do you understand that?
Oh, that is hilarious.
Like a fingerprint. I'd be like, that's Melis.
Yes.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
Yes. We got to, though. We got to have them. I'm telling you. And it was cute, too. There was shouting out the little cute Ashanti laugh, too. Her little cute little layout. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Right.
You know, and own your
Everybody
laugh.
got that little signature.
Yeah.
Little signature.
It could be a cute little, a very demure, or, you know, I laugh like a witch. Like, I've never seen Wicked, but, baby, I laugh.
Oh, but you got to. Wicked was good.
I'm going to.
You going to have to.
Yeah, because I have a Wicked witch laugh. So
it's gotta
our
occur.
sisters in, you know.
Yeah, no,
Blue
straight up,
hair, like, I gotta watch it. But I laugh like a very Disney villain. So I used to try not to laugh full out because I was like, oh my God. But baby, listen, you gonna get this cackle.
Yeah, well, and
deep in
also
my
these
soul.
voice stuff. Like, so yeah. So now
I'm always acting up. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. But now you can you can like literally,
all the time.
Yes,
I will go
capitalize
into
off
an
that.
accident in the middle of a conversation, no disclaimer.
No, it's
because
That's
it
it.
is what it is, and you know either you gonna run with me and we gonna run with it, or you gonna feel very uncomfortable until it's over.
Pretty much.
either
One or the
way.
other. Yeah. But it all depends on you, boo-boo. How you see it, how you react. So, yeah. Up to you. Yes, but I do. I do love that. And it has been, like I said, an incredible year with all of those things.
Yes, it has been.
And we have definitely mentioned quite a few lessons,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying,
yes.
on all those things.
Yes.
Was there a whammy, though? Was there like a big old like aha moment or one that brought you to your knees?
I've had two big aha moments this year. And the first, I would say, came in the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year was really rough for me. I was at a position that, and I'm really putting myself back there because I'm so thankful that I made it to the end of this year. Right. I was at a position where I wasn't fulfilled, unhappy, but working a lot of hours, and just trying to find the happiness. You know, my sister had moved up here and she was having some issues with finding housing that was suitable. So we were just dealing with life on life's terms. Right. And just a lot of transition. And one of the lessons that I think this year really taught me is that I don't need as many people as I thought I did. God had to really show me there were things that I was waiting or I was telling God like, oh, I need this person and this person to do. And God was like, no, you don't. No, you don't, baby. No, you don't. And it was just returning to the seat of my own power of realizing that, yes, I love collaboration and yes, I can do it with other people, but baby, you can do it for yourself. And you can do it with the power of everything that you have, the power of your experiences. Because what I realized is nothing has broken me yet, which is why I'm still standing here.
I mean,
Not a single thing that I have been through has broken me because I'm still here. And when you sit back and you realize that you have maybe not won every battle, but you walked away from every battle that you've ever had, it makes you that much more powerful. So that was the first lesson in the beginning of the year is, you know, you will not be brought low by the things that you thought were sent to take you out.
let's go.
Because I really thought that job, my mental at the time, me feeling very lonely and isolated was going to take me out. I thought, listen, woo, woo, woo. We were going to go to the upper room. And, you know, I can laugh about it now, but it was a very dark place. And I can laugh about dark places, baby, because I'm a dark place. Okay, quiet as it's kept. And the other major lesson that really just was brought to me while I was on my first cruise. And I'm so thankful to have had a new experience, you know, went on a cruise to the Bahamas. Shout out to my bestie who has Elite Escapes, her travel business, Mrs. April Good. But through her, I was able to go on a friends and family cruise, my first cruise. And I met a young woman in social work in the Midwest. Shout out Miss Shauna in Chicago. And we were in the hot tub. It's like 2 a.m. Because when I tell you, God gonna get you your message when you need it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Beautiful woman. We're in the hot tub. And she said something that resonated with me. We were just talking about different things. And she said, I'm not rushing. Oh, baby, I don't rush. Rushing for me is anxiety. It's anxiety provoking. And that may seem very, very simple to some people, but it hit me like a ton of bricks. I said, oh, I don't want to be rushed. I don't want to be rushed in nothing. Nothing. I don't want to rush to get to my gift. I don't want to rush to the bus station if I got to catch the bus. I don't want to rush for my food to be done because I realized that in rushing, it does produce this immense immediate anxiety for me. And anxiety is something that I and many people struggle with. And so just the simple concept of taking away the rushing, of maybe doing things and putting in actions that prevent rushing. So getting up earlier, not attaching so much impetus or emphasis to something.
Let's go.
You know, not driving at the times of day that you know are going to be anxiety producing. Just really understanding like, oh, that's what it is. When I'm rushed, I'm provoking myself with anxiety and it makes it even worse. And so that's the big thing I'm taking into 2025 is I'm truly trying not to rush. Take your time with me. I'm fragile, baby. Gentle. Okay, downy, soft, fragile this side up. Like, stop. I don't want to rush. And I don't want to rush in anything. You know, I want to be able to sit back and eat well and sleep well and not rush myself to do a podcast, not rush myself to get to work, not rush myself in my growth. Like, it's okay to be exactly where you are. And very often I'm a person like, what's happening? What we doing? I want to be on to the next without mastering the things that are already on my table. You need to master what's already on this table before you start trying to go to the other table and figure out what the feast is over there. So that is my second big revelation is slow down. Be intentional. Don't rush. It's anxiety provoking. Take that in.
Oh, yeah, you gonna take that. You gonna take that one.
Take that in.
Yes.
The free game. There you go. Free game.
We putting you on though.
Listen, like Shauna put me on. I had to,
exactly.
Stop rushing. And this world is built and set up so that you rush, that you don't take your time, and that you don't have those moments of clarity, that you don't have those moments of discernment because you are just so busy getting your head knocked between the washer and the dryer that you can't. Okay, what's really going on? What's going on? What's going on? Free game. Okay, and I just gave y'all a little. Okay,
exactly. But it is true. No, absolutely.
For you.
And I just and for so many reasons because I did love even starting with your first one. So like, man, knowing that life does take us.
It's gonna life.
Oh, it's gonna life, and it doesn't ask permission to do it.
It
so
does
it's just not. You just gonna have to adjust. But it's just like it will do that. And it does, you know, we do have those moments that just kind of like, you know, like shake us completely, you know what I mean? That just like, shooketh for sure. You know what I mean? Is the word, but like that happens, but then you're so much more grateful. And you know what I mean? Like when you are able to overcome or like you said, confront or at the end of the day, just accept,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it is that might have occurred, you are definitely grateful, like, for those chances. And I really did love your, you know, of course I love your humor, period. You know, I'm like,
You
hey.
gotta laugh. You gotta laugh
But
to keep crying. You gotta laugh to keep crying.
You do. And the
I
thing
laugh
is,
a lot.
Yeah. And there was an incredible special. I don't know if you saw it, but if you didn't, I swear that did you see that Jamie Foxx?
I did. It was giving strange.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I thought it was a little weird. You know, I'm all about, you know, but again, he didn't make it for the audience. I really feel like he made it for himself, and this is something that he needed to get out. So it's part comedy, part testimony. And as another artist, I respect it.
Yeah.
Let me put it like that. I respect it. But I'm not going to say I didn't think it was muy extraño. It was a little strange.
Yeah. Well, and then, I mean,
Because
Bart
I've never
does that,
seen
right?
anything like that, right? You know? So,
Yeah.
you know, always make something new and different that keeps people talking. I didn't have to enjoy it for it to be thought-provoking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It evoked emotion.
Yeah,
no
it
matter
definitely.
what.
I was like, oh, okay, kiki. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was a lot of that, exactly. So that's what made me think of it. I was just like, wow, it was just a lot of like some serious, and I agree. And for Jamie, it's not typical.
No.
So it was definitely outside the box.
Yeah.
I would definitely say, but like I enjoyed because like regardless, it took me to different areas, and then all of a sudden, brought me back. Then like all of a sudden, and he had either way. I did love that there was messages like that.
You got
like,
to.
can we use humor? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to? You know what I'm saying? Did it literally can help us keep us alive?
And it can.
Yeah. So like, there's certain things that sustain us, and we need them. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, do cars need gas? You know what I'm saying? Do we need to be replenished?
Come on. Do cars need gas? A lot of $1 gasolina, honey. Yeah.
Yeah, so like, I mean, right. And they don't ask permission either. We don't also
all.
argue with them
At
about
all.
it. I was literally telling somebody recently, I was like, you don't get mad at your car for needing gas. Like, damn, again? Like, we don't.
We just did this 2 days ago.
Exactly. If we need it again, we gonna go again.
Gas is $4.97. What you need to be filled up for?
Exactly. Pretty much.
You can't just do a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Push yourself past the limit.
Like,
come on, car. We do it. Exactly. We gonna do what we need.
Yes,
We definitely gonna do what we need. But that rushing, I feel you on that one.
I don't want to rush.
No.
I already talk fast, okay?
Right.
I don't want to rush. And I think sometimes we put this energy on ourselves. Very often, no one else is rushing us.
No,
but
we
we
do
created
it.
this scenario in our minds.
Correct.
Now we moving at supersonic speed. I'm not Sonic the Hedgehog, and if you don't slow down, you go to get them rings knocked right out of you, and that's what I've come to understand. So I am purposely trying to slow down.
Right.
I am purposely trying to create spaces and opportunities in my day where I slow down.
Yep.
Because I realize I move at 1,000 miles a minute, and sometimes I don't be going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Where was I going?
Yeah, what you think you was doing,
Nowhere.
Pookie? Yeah.
Nowhere.
No.
So I'm trying to be more intentional so that all that energy that I'm spending is actually being effectively utilized.
Yep.
Because otherwise, I'm just burning my wheels. I'm like one of those, race cars, and you're creating all that, you just revving, but ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Now, if you're revving to take off, cool. But if you just spinning your wheels to spin your wheels, it's time out for all that. Listen,
Right.
no.
Because we hear words like intentional, and it's like, how else are you going to actually be intentional if it's not with that? If it's not, you know what I'm saying, like dictating that pace.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If it's not putting all that, and agreed, it's just extra pressure that you're putting on yourself. And who asked you to? And do you need to? I mean, but do you need to? Because we be convinced that no, it has to be done right now in this way at this time. But it's like nobody's
you that?
up there. Yeah.
Who told you that?
Exactly.
When you read the rules and regulations, who told you that?
Exactly.
At halftime, it be us. Like, we came to a consensus with us. I asked myself, said, Like, okay. Like,
Right.
Okay.
Right.
This how we doing it? You know,
Yes.
and I think that we don't need to change everything a million,
No.
but just small little, and not every day am I intentional, and not every day am I able to slow down. But when I remember, like,
Right.
slow down.
Correct.
I start, I want to go outside in the
for
rain.
real.
The slow down.
Yeah.
It's slow. Take your time.
Correct.
Take your time. Do it right. Like,
Yeah.
slow down. Ain't no.
Yeah.
Slow down. It's going to be there. The bills and the job
Oh, God,
and the
They not
whatever. They're not going nowhere,
Right. No, it's true. And how could you build it in little by little? Because it is true. Like, because even with habits, I mean, the only way to really break them are small,
Small things.
incremental
And that's
steps.
It.
It is
That's
not
it.
the whole thing. You're not going to drop a habit overnight
Listen.
as much as you want to. I mean, well, and then that's part of it. You better start with wanting it real
One
bad
thing.
because otherwise it's not going to go nowhere. But it's like, yeah, it has to be
Steps.
those little things.
Yeah.
Yes. And you could build a lifestyle
Yes.
that now looks like that.
Yes.
But you got to start small.
Yes.
Stop playing, trying to eat all this up in one bite. You're not doing that.
Can't, baby. Can't.
We're not doing
Can't.
that.
We not the Cookie Monster. You can't.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm Elmo. Okay,
Yeah.
the realist.
Oh, there you go.
Elmo is the
Hey.
realist. Okay.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
He's cute. Yeah.
When Elmo
We need
told
him.
me how he felt about Rocco, I knew what time it was.
No, for real though. For real though. And all those little characters that we had back in the day.
Yes.
I remember too, it was so like profound when like Blue's Clues. Remember Steve asked that one day how people was doing, and then his comments lit up. I was like, oh my God, Steve. I needed that.
I've been waiting on somebody to ask me, Steve.
I was doing. I know it was so cute. People were like, I needed it.
Because
yeah.
Steve had been our big brother for so long. Like,
Yeah, nah. I
come
needed that.
on.
Yeah.
Blue's Clues?
Yo, I
Every
used to-
day.
I
I'm
did
coming
watch that.
home.
I want to know.
My big brother, we got to get our clues. What you mean?
It's true. I was
On my
that glued.
notebook,
I
on my
was
couch, what you mean? I'm waiting for salt and pepper to come on, and paprika.
Yeah.
What you mean?
I remember that. It
Like
was
the
character.
nostalgia was everything.
No, it was, though.
You know,
It was
and
so
then
good
again,
every
somebody
time.
just checking in on you.
Yeah.
When Steve, we were like, as adults, we were like, nobody's asked me that since my college guidance counselor.
Yeah,
You know,
it was
nobody
crazy.
really like checks in. I find that as an adult, they've been like, okay, you got out of college
Yeah,
or
you
whatever,
good.
you did what
You
you were
straight.
supposed. You should be cool.
You should be
And you'd be like, I just deep down inside, my socks sliding off. And I got something going to collections. I don't know what's happening.
Right.
You know, and when you realize that, like, that's what it is. And it's okay to laugh at it. And, you know,
Right.
You
All
know,
right.
and it was just so nice when Steve just said, hey, friends, how you doing? I'm like, well, really, Steve, it's been a little rough, bro.
Let me tell
You know, that right here been a little rough, bro. You want the short version or
You're
what?
right. Exactly.
So-
Safe space.
Yeah,
He created
yeah,
that. He
you
did.
know.
He did though.
Yeah,
we
he
needed
did.
it for sure.
Yeah.
So with all that, because those are some great lessons. I know I was like, dang, I'm glued now. I'm like locked in. But with it, so like I know you said that you taking those into 2025.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? That's clearly on the horizon.
attempting again.
Yeah. We'll get on the track.
Yeah,
Now
and
we get on the
not
track.
holding myself too tightly. I want to
Yeah.
be very clear. I'm giving myself a lot of grace.
Amen.
The same grace that I can
Amen.
extend to other people, I am really working on
Yeah.
saying, hey, you deserve that same grace too.
Right.
You are a human being going through the very same things of the people that you're giving grace to. So not too much on yourself, girl.
Yeah.
Not too much. You know,
Yeah, for
accountability, but also grace. So
Yeah,
a
come on now.
delicate balance.
Accountability, not punishment. Yeah.
Oh.
Because that's what you. It was
Not
as you said
punishment.
it. As you said it. And said it. We gonna have to. There's so many quotes from here that we
My
gonna have to
God.
pull out. We gonna have to pull them out. It's cool though.
Wow.
We gonna have to-
Accountability, not punishment. That's a
what-
word.
And but I swear, but see, that's that synergy though.
Yeah.
Because I swear, as you said it, it just felt like that's
Put
what
that
you
on
were
a
saying.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like I said that. Like I
yeah.
would accountability, not punishment.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. We see the line is coming out. The line is coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Sharita, get on it. We want some branded wear. Don't play.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah, we gotta
play.
tell her, right. We
Money
gonna call her.
moves.
Man, but it's just like, because it's just like, man, them shirts that came out after the round table talks, you know what I'm saying, with the girls. And she was like, if it involves running, it don't involve
don't-
me. And she put that on the shirt. I was like, yeah, I'm going to
And
get
she understood. Like I
Yeah.
was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it don't involve
You
me.
know, you
Yeah,
understood me
she
on
ran
a
with
deep
that.
level. And I will pay because you understood me on a deep level.
No, but for real.
This is capitalism at its highest good.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay?
I mean, that's how
I mean, we're already in the capitalistic system. We got to make
I mean,
it
we
work.
are. So
That's
can we,
terrible.
so
I
how
have
we
to
gonna
laugh
win?
about that. That's terrible.
It is though. That's part of the stuff that really weighs on people. It's
This is true.
It's true. But it's like so. But with that, that's why I was wondering, like, what's on the horizon for you? You know what I'm saying? 2025 and beyond.
Ooh, and beyond. Well, I'm very excited because currently I have a website that is being worked on. So we'll be launching the Sarah Taylor Experience. You know, because what I found out this year is I'm an experience.
You
baby.
are, so
It's
I
not
love
always
that. That sounds
good,
like, let's
okay?
go.
But it is an experience. You
That's
will
so
come
cool.
away from it like, well,
Yes.
that was certainly something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're launching that. My team and I are launching that. Very excited because I
Love
get
that.
to put myself out in a way that I've never before. It's going to be a
Yes.
centralized location. So all of the many things that I do will be in one location. And so we really stand on business. I put, you know, my money and my time and my energy behind this.
Yep.
And I'm hoping to transition out of anything that is not everything that I want. So anything
let's
that
go.
does not align, and there's several things, and you know, because we do things that we have to do in order to have the things that we have.
Right.
But I am slowly trying to remove myself from those spaces and those places in which my energy would be better served other places. So I'm trying to do more things that align with who I am now.
Right.
And I am a woman of leisure. So you're going to see me in a lot of robes, a lot of lounge wear. I want to slow down my life. I want to be more intentional.
Yep.
I want to continue to pad my resume. And so I want to continue to work with amazing, dope creatives that I met last year. And hopefully now this will turn into a new space of what you doing, what you want to do, let's do it. And so really linking up with those people that I've had a chance to just kind of be in their space, but not really fully engage with them. And also just continuing to keep myself in a space of, this is about me, because I've been someone who has very long given a lot of my energy to people. And I love that because I'm an extrovert. I love to do that. But this year really told me it's time to snatch your energy from particular places and spaces where it is not being utilized and prized. And to put that energy in spaces where it really belongs. So again, being much more intentional, keeping myself in a good space as much as I can mentally.
Absolutely.
You know, coloring my coloring books. So I love to color, okay? Like adult coloring books have saved my life. Making sure to continue to reach out to those people that sustain me, and making that a bigger part of my life, because as adults, we're all doing things. And a lot of my friends, you know, have children and families. And it's a lot easier for me to reach out to them than it is for them to reach out to me, because you dealing with a million things. You know, I'm dealing with a couple thousand. So yeah, just continuing to stay grounded, to stay blessed, to stay within my spiritual bag, because I realize that if I don't have my spiritual foundation and grounding, everything else goes topsy-turvy. For me. Now, that may not be everybody. But if I don't have some foundational placement, baby, I am out here just, you know. And the one thing I try and keep in mind is, I'm going to circle this back to Disney because I love nostalgia. One of my favorite Disney movies is Mulan. And my favorite character in Mulan is the wise old emperor. And I try and bring myself to this space all the time. But as the emperor's palace is being, you know, invaded by the Huns, you know, and he's got, you know, his op is right in his face, like, yo, what you about to do, old man? You know, and the wise old emperor, to his credit, he stands, and at one point in the movie, he says, you know, I must be like the mountain. When the mountain does not bow. So just because the wind howling and moving, that mountain be that mountain. And so I'm trying to become more of that person that is still, when the happenings around me are maybe in chaos and disheveled, I really just want to be the wise old emperor. The wise old emperor, he said, my op got a blade in my neck, but baby, I can't be moved. And so I'm really just trying to find that place within myself in stillness. But we're popping out in 2025. With that being said, we are popping out. I'm hoping to be on your TV screen, your Instagram screen, any other social medias that we actually still have in 2025, because I'm sure there'll be something new on the horizon. I want to be a pillar of my community, so I want to get involved more with my community, because again, nothing happens in a bubble, and I love the city. I love the 216. I love Cleveland. So just big moves, big moves, big moves, whatever that may look like. I don't want to pigeonhole God and tell God how to do it. Just know I want God to show me how good it can get in 2025. That is my. I'd be like, show me, scare bird. Remember, exactly, creepy, Jeez, but yikes. That's what I want. I want to be like, you know, raggy. Like I want to be shooketh. Okay, let's shooketh, as you say. I want to be shook with the things I do in 2025. So I don't even fully know what the vision is. Like it's being unfurled before me. Let it go. Let it go. Let it do something. More podcasts, okay? More everything. More life, okay? More life. That's what more life. Whatever that entails. Whatever that entails. Season of more. I'm excited. Like I'm thankful in advance, baby, because it's about to get, it's been good, but baby, it's about to get better, honey.
Let's go.
Like, listen, Twister, you know, it's been good, but I can do better. That's for my old, listen, I'm going to leave it right there. You know, we ain't going to go into no more of that song.
No, exactly. That's all y'all need right now.
Right.
That part, yes. So with that, if anybody wants to connect with you, you know what I'm saying, find you something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They can find me at your local bank making deposits. My Cash App. No, I'm kidding. If they would like to connect with me, I would love to connect with you in person. I'm a real in-person person. So really catch me when I'm out and about at your local whatever. But if you want to catch me on social media, and again, I am terrible at connecting on social media. I'm going to do better in 2025, but not too much on your girl. You can currently connect with me at my Instagram handle, which is at @STNaturally. So for, you know, Sarah Taylor. So STNaturally, all one word. You can hit me up there. I'm also on No. Hit me up on Instagram because on Facebook I got my like past and stuff. Don't hit me up.
Yeah, don't give me
Don't.
Yeah, Instagram is better.
Yeah,
for the
but
follow,
also
for the
please
follow.
be very. I am a human being.
Right.
I am a multifaceted individual, but what you see is what you get. I'm like
amen.
this all the time.
Yeah.
So
Right.
approach
Know
with
that.
caution. Just know.
I know that.
Like
Yes.
I'm really this person all the time.
Yeah, this ain't
and
no
that's
show.
all. I just want people to know, like,
Yeah.
ooh, she do, ooh, yeah,
She do that.
She do that.
Yes.
Things that she does. That.
No, it's that. Amen. Yes. And then I know soon they'll be able to also get the website.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Exactly.
So that
just
will
wait,
be coming out.
on it.
Wait on it.
Yeah, it's
You know,
coming,
my
it's coming.
team got to pull it out the right way. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. But that's gonna be
they're
great.
doing it real big. So I will make sure though when that does come out that
Exactly.
Santana Says podcast will have the exclusive. Okay?
There we go.
We'll come back.
That's
We'll
right.
give the people what they want.
Amen. Yes. So thank you so very much, ma'am. To say
Thank
was a
me?
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I am so excited. Thank you for having me. Thank you
No,
for
I
letting me
appreciate
connect with the people.
You're right.
You know, and just thank you for seeing me. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
It feels
ma'am.
good to be seen, to be loved, to be heard, and to be appreciated. And I return those things to you, Miss Santana.
Oh, thank you. Received, man. Yes, love. Oh, all the love. So yes. So thank you. Thank
Yeah,
y'all.
well,
And I ain't got no more to say on that because
thank
it's
you,
so
people.
good. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that. So
Amor, mi
yes.
gente.
Yes, exactly. So connect y'all, tap in. Exactly.
Yes, and if you see me say hi. Like
Right.
I am, hey, you all.
Right.
Hey,
Amen.
hey.
Yes,
I like it.
exactly. Yeah.
I like being loved on, and I like doing the loving. So
Right. Amen. And we need more of that.
we do.
So let's do
We
it.
do, and that's what we're gonna put out.
Amen. So let's
what
do
we
it.
need,
So
we're gonna
keep doing it.
Yeah.
And shimmy your way into the new year. Let's go. Let's do it. So thank y'all. And we're going to do it again on another Feel Good Friday. That part.
Bye.
And scene. No, I'm just, right.
Oh, I love it. We just
Right.
I love that. I love that. And see.